England face Colombia in the last 16 of the 2018 World Cup on Tuesday, in what is sure to be a pulsating contest, with the prospect of a clash against Sweden or Switzerland next. Both sides will feel as though reaching the semi-final is a realistic possibility. However, talk is cheap at this stage of the competition and no side can be looked past. Just ask Spain. England and Colombia will be led by the prolific captains, Radamel Falcao and Harry Kane. Los Cafeteros, the coffee growers, were the stars of the previous World Cup in Brazil, capturing the imagination with a searing pace and technical ability. 4 years on, the personnel and the style may be slightly different, but the South Americans are still a dangerous prospect. So how can the Three Lions progress to the final 8 and knock out Jose Pekerman's side? What are the strengths? Radamel Falcao. At one point, the Monaco striker was seen as the most complete striker in world football. Perhaps it is fitting he comes face to face with the man who has arguably taken the crown. 6 months before the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, Falcao suffered a horrific knee injury and has been lacking the same ferocity in his game ever since. Such was the level of concern over Falcao's injury in Colombia. The president visited him in hospital, but don't let the disastrous loan spells at Manchester United and Chelsea fool you. He is still a natural finisher. Perhaps incentivized by the failures in England, the 32-year-old will be desperate to lead his country to victory over the Three Lions and Quintero. Few people outside of South America knew who Quintero was before this tournament, but he has become one of the major stars thanks to his impressive performances. While James Rodriguez is the talisman and the superstar known around the world, it is the River Plate midfielder who assumes the attacking responsibilities of Pekerman's team. Blessed with incredible vision and passing ability, the 25-year-old will have to be well marshalled by Liverpool skipper Jordan Henderson if England are to overcome the Colombians. England will want to silence Quintero in the knockout match on Tuesday after a 2.5-year international exile was ended in March. The talented maker, who could have quit the game to follow a career in music, has become the centerpiece around which Los Cafeteros operate. Davinson Sanchez. Fans of the Premier League may recognize Sanchez as the burly Tottenham Hotspur centre-half who became the club's record signing last summer. Strong and tough in the tackle, the 22-year-old will be tasked with stopping teammate Harry Kane from adding to his impressive 5-goal haul in Russia already. While there are question marks about his aerial ability and ability on the ball, the former Ajax defender's battle with Kane could be crucial in determining the outcome of the match. What are the weaknesses? David Ospina. Arsenal fans know all about the Colombian number 1 after his years of service between the sticks at the Emirates. Although he is still revered in his home country, there are signs of cracks developing in his game as he gets older. During qualifying, he made crucial mistakes against Paraguay and Peru which cost his team dearly. Ospina made several high-profile mistakes which nearly cost Colombia in qualifying, and his ability to deal with crosses and physical pressure during his time in the Premier League has often come under scrutiny. Yerry Mina. Although it may be strange to pinpoint a 6'5" centre-half who has already scored twice at this tournament as a weak link, there are definite flaws to his game. Spanish football expert Graham Hunter, who watched the Barcelona defender extensively last season, believes he struggles under the sort of high-tempo pressing England will look to employ. Colombia are not good enough, he said on Monday morning. Who are the favourites to win the Golden Boot at World Cup 2018? Who are the favourites to win World Cup 2018? England's predicted starting lineup for World Cup last 16 clash for Colombia. Colombia v England. How previous meetings between two nations ended when football substitutions have paid off. Neymar defended after Brazil star blasted for 2018 World Cup antics. Fans go wild after Belgium midfielder Marwan Fellaini saves his country Belgium in thrilling fight back to knock Japan out of the World Cup. Yerry Mina has been the star of the tournament with some of his performances, but I've seen him with Barcelona. He is jittery on the ball, he can be pressurized very easily, and he's a little bit cumbersome and slow. It's going to give, I think, Harry Kane some fun. No James Rodriguez, as mentioned above. Juan Quintero has done an incredible job in being the creator-in-chief for the South American side. However, it is the 2014 Golden Boot winner who really makes them tick. Pekerman consoles Rodriguez after limping off the pitch against Senegal after a scintillating campaign in Brazil 4 years ago. Rodriguez earned a huge move to Real Madrid and established himself as perhaps the second biggest star on the continent behind Neymar. However, a troublesome calf injury forced the Colombian off early against Senegal in their final Group G game, and he is expected to miss the game. Should he fail to make the game, it will be a huge boost to England and should be a massive confidence booster. How will they line up the potential starting 11 to face England with former Aston Villa man Carlos Sanchez anchoring the midfield? The Colombians will be looking to break with pace when they get the ball. However, if this is to be Gareth Southgate's lineup for Moscow, the South Americans could struggle to deal with the pace and power of the English. Plus, with Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi no longer in Russia, Harry Kane will be desperate to add to the 5 he notched in the group stage in the race for the Golden Boot. Colombia vs England is live on TalkSport on Tuesday, kick-off 7 p.m.